The Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 350. 15 episodes away from having an episode for every day of the year, except leap years, but fuck leap years. And there goes our YouTube, our search engine optimization there.
Oh, well.
These weren't getting views anyways. Eddie!
Yes.
Quickly, say something that'll ruin our search engine optimization.
All right. And now, Mr. President.
Oh! Pink! Join in.
Yes.
Say something that'll ruin our search engine optimization.
I mean, you could just mention the evil guy from Roller too. That'll do it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can. You can.
But
just...
you seem oddly apprehensive. Why would that be?
Well, I don't want to get canceled.
I mean, we could literally just say the official name for the sickness that started in 2020. You know?
Oh,
Is that on the ban list?
Yes. Unironically, yes.
All right then.
are kill and death not on the ban list?
Those are both ban words.
Kinda, yeah.
Suicide?
Definitely,
Very
yes.
much so.
What do they have against TNA?
It sucks.
Everything.
It's a bad company.
How dare you?
Well,
It's a
they're
little
having
company that
Bubba.
could.
Yeah,
Could not.
Hang on
but
now, Pink.
surprise.
Pink, you gotta remember they're getting Bubba Ray Dudley pushed on NXT now.
Don't remind me.
I mean, to be fair, if Bubba Ray Dudley should be somewhere, it's at developmental.
He's not improving.
He's had 45 years to improve. He didn't in
neither
the
are
past. Why would he start now?
neither are all.
Developmental is for development.
There's nothing to develop for Bubba.
I was gonna make the joke that neither are fucking Sean's dirty blondes, but like I don't actually know.
He's eliminating the non-blondes slowly but surely. Triple H every now and then shafts him with a non-blonde, but he's working through them.
You know, I saw a thing online where someone was like, "How can you boo Bubba Ray Dudley being in NXT, but you like RVD being in AEW?" Which like,
I saw that same thing like an hour ago.
and the reply that because I saw it through someone replying to that, and the reply was just, "Well, one of them is RVD," which I mean like,
yeah, it was one of those Twitter talking head type guys who will just aggressively take WWE's side regardless of what kind of stupid mistake that he is making. And it is much more annoying as it is when AEW guys do that than WWE guys. Nonetheless, it's like, no, this is bad. WWE should not be doing that.
yeah.
Bubba Ray Dudley is just lame. The only times he has ever been even mildly acceptable was when Devon was joined to his hip, and even then, barely.
And even then, Devon carried him.
Oh, yes. No, the Hardys and Edge and Christian carried him.
Yeah. You know, the thing with Rob is that, to me, is that, like, he's been very open about how he only does this for money anymore, but he still puts people over, at least. Like, let's fucking...
Rub it.
Yeah?
RVD is still an athletic freak at his age.
Yeah. You
It's all
gotta...
marijuana.
You gotta be if you wanna run on OnlyFans.
The secret. I would not have told you that the secret to keeping good body shape into old age was marijuana and porn.
When is WWE calling up Gangrel again?
Oh, God. Well, I mean, Gangrel was, in his time, inappropriately quality for how out of shape he appeared.
Yeah.
It's true.
And if memory serves,
That
he's
man
all
was electric for being chubby.
And if memory serves, nowadays, WWE don't talk to him because he's all about that weed and does porn. Like, just straight up. So, you know.
Both of those aren't great. Even if they were on cool terms with him, I bet you anything they have to pay like a bunch of money out to White Wolf every time they include Gangrel in anything.
True.
Because I don't know what it is, why that of all the tabletop companies, I always hear White Wolf causes so many fucking problems for so many people.
Yeah.
Like, how much of shit is named the same as Vampire the Masquerade lore? Like, come on. Yeah. Anyways, Pink,
Yes.
what do you think of Gangrel?
I was a big fan of The Brood. Still am. Great theme. I listen to it every Halloween, and that's coming up shortly. But maybe not. I don't remember when these podcasts go up. Maybe it's already happened.
Oh, yeah, it's already happened.
Oh, happy Halloween. We're going into November now.
Let me check when this is coming out. It might honestly be on the day of Halloween. Oh no, it's not. It is currently actually November 3rd.
Yeah. So,
Happy Thanksgiving.
we'll go back and post and we'll fix Pink's statement so he says, yeah, I love to listen to the Brood's theme during Thanksgiving. It's coming up. I'm very thankful for the
theme every Thanksgiving. It's a Thanksgiving tradition. Do it every year. Every year as I walk into Black Friday.
Yeah, y'all have Thanksgiving coming up. I have Father Christmas.
Oh,
There's just a holiday called Father Christmas. I don't fucking know how it's tied to Saint Nick. Like, you know, it's something about him. I don't know what. He just shows up and then he's like, all right, fuck y'all, I'm gonna be back next month.
He doesn't even leave any presents. He just comes in and drinks your eggnog, but only the alcoholic kind.
If memory serves, during Father Christmas, he gives you like a care package of chocolate or something like that.
Care package. It makes it sound like you have to survive on it for the next year.
Yeah. only until Christmas. And then he does breaking and entering.
But cool though.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So on this November 3rd, as we get ready for the upcoming month of November, ending in Thanksgiving, we the bit's done worn out, huh? All right. Tomorrow, Monday. Wait. I'm skipping parts. Pink, what you got coming out over this next week?
Yes, well, back on Halloween, there might be a Fallout video coming out, as that has become an unofficial Halloween special on my channel, and I intend to do it again. I haven't recorded it as of right now, but I intend to do it that either later today or the next day. So hopefully I get that done and out on Halloween, as Halloween has already happened in the past. So that will assumedly have already come out at that point. As for anything else on the channel, I've not recorded anything else. I might record stuff later today, because that's what I intend to do later today. But we'll see. So if anything does come out, expect it to be again, I have no idea when this well, I do know when this is coming out, but I have no idea what day today is. But assume that Stronghold has come out, Super Mario Advance 2 has come out, and other things might also come out. And that is it. Yeah.
Addy.
All right. Well, on one day we will find Ursula. Who, if memory serves, I forget if they
No,
saw.
she isn't. Even by your standards, she is not.
I forget if the Kingdom Hearts playthrough of the Chain of Memories playthrough is when I start calling her Ursula.
Dude, did you know that apparently Poor Unfortunate Souls is a song in the Disney mermaid film? That I did not know. I had worked that phrase into my vocabulary for years, and I didn't realize that was a reference until somebody pointed it out to me like a month ago.
I've never seen that movie, and I've known that for years. So that's I don't know. I'm not sure
I saw the film when I was little, but I don't think I've seen it in forever.
That was one of my.
Okay,
that was
so one of us has seen it, and the other hasn't. Which of the two would you guess recognizes where the reference comes from? This seems all fucked up.
I saw that movie a lot. Like, it was one of my favorite movies growing up, if memory serves. Like it was that fucking Lion King and whatchamacallit, Beauty and the Beast. And yeah, the problem is I wouldn't recognize the reference because I watched it dubbed. So
Ah,
Wasn't Little Mermaid from the 80s?
yeah,
uh,
I don't know.
I think that was late 80s, early 90s, because that definitely falls into the Renaissance era, which I believe only started in the later 80s. Because
89.
Lion King and what's the other one? Beauty and the Beast. Those came out in like 92, 94, respectively. I actually can't say respectively because I don't think that's accurate. I want to say
89 would have
Lion
been
King was 94. I have no idea when Beauty and the Beast was.
well, 89 would have been before the Iron Curtain fell. But Gorbachev era, I can see them starting to import some Western flicks. So I don't know. There was some meaning there I intended at some point of like, well, that's odd. I would think that movie wouldn't have made its way past old the old wall, the old Berlin Wall, but
It didn't.
it could have.
It didn't.
Oh.
If memory serves, that's why I got to see it because in the we switched from communism to whatever the fuck, I forget what we're officially recognized as, but
Diet communism.
Hungarianism.
but yes, we switched over to that in '90, and then if memory serves, and then in the '90s we started importing stuff from outside the stuff. Here's the thing though, even during communism, there was an import of films, but it was mostly from other communist countries. There were some some imported American films as well, but it was mostly just like it was mostly like art films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If memory serves. So like, you won't see like, I don't know. People know who Clint Eastwood is nowadays, but I guess they wouldn't have been as likely to know who Clint Eastwood is during that time. They would know who Jean Gabin is, though.
Stalin would have been a big fan of Clint Eastwood.
Maybe, I don't know.
Stalin loved himself some cowboy movies.
But you also gotta remember that like Stalin didn't come to Hungary and just actually be like, all right, these are the laws right now.
No,
he
wasn't getting off his ass.
Yeah, I hereby declare that on this month we show nothing but Clint Eastwood. Comrade.
He was too busy cultivating a dumb mustache.
Yes. But yeah, no, it's
really tiny but pretending to be big.
This is actually a thing that I had to learn for film history, where like, they pretend that like the populace got dumber or something, and like in the before communism fell, for I don't know when this was in like the 50s to 70s, something like that. But yeah, like people went to the movie theaters and they wanted to see art films and they wanted to see experimental movies, and that's all they knew. That's all you showed them.
Yeah. At that time, it was government-made films as well.
Yeah. I mean, they worked around that. Well, at least over here they worked around that. There we have the one guy
very
who actually,
delicately.
Yeah, there was that one guy that I keep talking about who actually did communism like the way it's supposed to be, and then no one before or after him ever tried. And then he got into trouble with Russia because he did communism the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he did a thing where there were four government-run studios, film studios in Hungary, and he split one of them off, like he made a fifth one, if memory serves, or something like that. And that one was basically, it was the studio, like the other studios made the big feature-length movies, and then you had this studio which was for like the people fresh out of college, and they immediately, like the second you graduate college, you start working there. That was in the law. And yeah, so they gave one feature-length movie's budget for a year so they can make any movies that they want in that, and they don't have to release it. So, the guy was basically like, all right, I'm just gonna use communism to make it so people can make things that are that won't fly under communism, and then they just don't release it. It's fine. And there's a bunch of fucking movies, literally in a box somewhere in Hungary, that never got released. Made during that time, and yeah, that's where because the main things like the big feature length movies were like dramas, some experimental movies when those were big, and then they had this genre that y'all might not know called operette, and it was a musical but with opera basically.
Yeah.
Not the person, the musical genre. They didn't feature Oprah Winfrey. That would have been funny.
An entire genre. They would have had to kidnap her.
Yeah. I mean, how old would she have been around that time?
Okay, what year would this have been?
Well, if memory serves, operette started being big in 56 or something like that, and then it ran until I want to say the 80s or something like that.
Oprah was a young woman when she did The Color Purple in 85. So let's see. Wikipedia says she was born in 54. So technically that does line up. If you said it was like the mid to late 50s, they would have had to have kidnapped a baby Oprah though.
Yeah. Baby Oprah musicals only in Soviet occupied Europe. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, what else is coming out on your channel? Because we only actually got to one video.
Yeah. Then on November 6th, Senless Jotaro throws people off of high places in Fighting Vipers 2.
Okay.
And finally on the 8th, more Digimon Survive.
All right.
That's it.
All right. On my own personal channel, I think I finally burned through most of the backlog of Star Wars Battlefront, though there might still be a little bit in there left. Other than that, maybe some Devour incoming, which, I'll let Mike tell you about Devour when the time comes, Pink. But other than that, I honestly can't really say. I don't know. Fuck it. On the group channel, though, which is much more predictable pattern here, we got out the schedule. All right, tomorrow, Monday, November 4th, it is Danganronpa, Darker Purr, Trigger, Happy Havoc, Part 29. Good Lord. Samurai Showdown 4, Part 5 on the following day, Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. Then on Wednesday, November 6th of 2024, it'll be Payday 2, Part 35. On November 7th, Thursday, it will be Samurai Showdown 6, Part 5. November 8th, Friday, Street Fighter 6, Part 36. And on November 9th, Saturday, a double feature, Castle Crashers Part 7 and Phasmophobia Part 41. So there you go.
Very nice.
So, this week, the topic that I was thinking was, what is a game that you stepped away from for a while and came back and you could not figure out why, but you were just inexplicably better at it? And also probably discuss theories as to why you may have gotten better at it and the general sentiment surrounding such feelings. I guess I'll start off real quick, just to give you guys a bit of time to get ready. The game that I've been playing lately that made me think of this was For Honor, a game that I've come back to. Came back in this last week, but how long has it been since we last played For Honor together? Because that would be the last time I played For Honor altogether.
2019? Question mark?
Ooh,
18 or
that
19.
sounds
I think 19 might actually be a little bit
too late.
too recent.
Then 18.
Yeah, 2018 was like the last year where it really seemed like Ubisoft owned our channel.
Yeah.
There was still some Siege afterwards, but For Honor, Siege kind of just went away because Addy's Xbox broke and I gave my Xbox. Well, it wasn't my Xbox to begin with. It was my dad's, and I gave it back to him. So Pink was the one left out of us who still had a functioning Xbox. But long before Siege ended, For Honor came to an end because we were just generally getting kind of mad at it.
I mean, For Honor ended because we were getting mad at it, and also Pin just straight up didn't like the game. Which,
Pink didn't like it, but I remember at the time you were also very unhappy with how your boy was very much of Aramusha, and it really did not seem like Ubisoft cared about that character.
Yeah.
I remember I would be cool with the game sometimes, but then anytime there's a group fight, that would piss me off every time. I could not stand the existence of these group fights in my pure 3D fighting game, third-person fighting game.
Yeah. They were
This is not
dishonorable.
honorable. Yeah, there you go. So coming back in the last week, I've been much better at the game than I remember being. I remember being kind of shit at it. And I'm doing really well. I'm usually the top scorer on the team. And we usually win. And I've got 3 theories, right? All right.
Okay.
Theory 1. In the 6 years since I last played the game, I have grown in terms of my mentality to gaming, that I no longer get mad, but instead learn when I suffer. Option 2. I'm not playing with Addy anymore, and as a result, the skill-based matchmaking is not trying to put me up against people who should be fighting Addy. Option 3, they buffed Raider. Which they definitely did that. It seems like everybody got buffs across the board, and that's all I'm saying about that. But it has been, curious. Because, I do think part of it is that because I'm coming and SBMM is going off of me. Because, I'm not sure, there's been times, Siege was probably the time we had just about the biggest gap in effectiveness in our group, would you say? And I don't mean that to say I was dog shit. I couldn't hear. I couldn't fucking hear.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a game where being able to hear was very, very important. So
Handicap straight up.
Yeah. There were times where any other player that was in my position who could hear would have recognized, I hear footsteps on my right, I'm going to move to a different position because somebody's going to come in and they're going to shoot through that wall, they're going to shoot through that murder hole. And I wasn't hearing it, so I was just standing there, pop. But For Honor, Pink, you don't like the game, so I don't think I'm going to insult you too bad by saying you weren't very good at it.
Absolutely.
And it was a game that I liked, was not necessarily good at, but I was giving it my best shot. Addy was generally pretty good at. So SBMM was not having an easy time there. Compared to, let's say, Smite, which is a game where early on I had the advantage of experience, but you guys caught up on me real hard.
Right.
Which is just the story of Smite for me. Because remember, I also introduced Soon to it. And boy, if I thought you guys outran me, holy shit, Soon. What do you think, Addy?
I don't think.
Oh, shit. Quick, we gotta find the reset button. Oh, man, it's got that tiny little hole. Where's the sewing needle? Oh, it's one of those buttons that you can't tell whether it's clicked in or not. It's like too soft. Oh. All right, well, Pink, looks like it's a two-man show for the rest of this one.
I'm afraid so.
Which is makes it a really unfortunate time for me to bring up For Honor, then come to think of it.
I mean, generally, generally, I don't think about For Honor anymore. Like, I reinstalled it, like, I want to say 2 years ago, something like that. And I went, wow, Oramusha still has his nerfs. Like, I can still tell. And then, now, they did address Oramusha's weakness in that they tried to give him a button to open people up to make up for the fact that he's fucking slow as shit now. But if memory serves, the problem is you need to combo into it, which is not actually a whatchamacallit. It's not actually a solution, and also if memory serves, it's a hit grab. So
that would make sense. Yeah, I'll say I've run up against an Aramusha once, and he did fuck my ass, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah, Aramusha continues being the guy where, like, if you don't know how to fight Aramusha just becomes a blender. He blades all over you and you die. But if you know how to fight Aramusha, like if you know how to fight against Aramusha, it's a thing where you go into the loading screen and then you just got to the victory screen.
I can believe that. Has he always been able to cancel the startup of heavies into lights in another direction?
Yes.
Okay, that's my problem with him.
In fact, if memory serves, it used to be worse.
The issue is I go for parries, and that punishes me every time. Because every time it's like, oh, he's going for, I pressed the heavy button. Oh, no, he went for a light, so I just throw out a heavy and just eat shit. A bunch.
Yeah.
And he'll do it 5 times in a row, and I won't learn.
If memory serves, Raider has a side, at least, a side light attack that also has a built-in parry. You might want to go for that.
I think he does, but like, no, that is wise. That is wise. And even if I get fucked up on the heavy, I can still try and cancel the heavy into like the hilt bash. But I can already feel Pink's ears bleeding from here. But yeah, I've been having a grand old time coming back to For Honor. It really just helps not to take the game too seriously and not to be too concerned with things being honorable. Sometimes there's just a gank squad that rolls around, and you just have to learn not to go out on your own and do things. Just have it be the gank squad combat.
Yeah. Although one of my favorite memories of For Honor is I was playing the whatchamacallit. I was playing the MOBA mode that they introduced with Marching Fire. And
Breach?
Yeah, Breach. We were pushing
Man,
the
that mode is so much better than Standard Dominion.
Yes. It is the de facto mode for the game for me now. But yeah. So I was playing that. It was close to its launch, if memory serves. And they were death squadding the entire enemy team. We were doing objectives. And there was a moment where I just saw that fucking walking, not pushing the payload, just walking through the enemy jungle, more or less. And the enemy team tried teaming up on me in various configurations, which is to say that it never was a 4-on-1, but it cycled from 2 to 3 to 2 to I wanna say that the last one was 2-on-2 because I fucking killed the entire enemy team.
Yeah.
And that was very, very funny because
I'm confused about whether or not this new generation of For Honor youngins have forgotten about the existence of the revenge mechanic.
Yeah. Why do they never activate it?
Well, no, they never know what to do. Like they'll all gang up on me at once, just doing all the shit that triggers revenge, and all of them shit themselves when I get revenge. And conversely, when I'm fighting a guy, another guy will come up and start batting him with fucking lights and whatever that are going to get blocked real easy. and I just have to back off of the guy that I was previously beating up until he showed up, because it's like, well, I'm not going to trigger revenge. Fuck you. I'm going to hang back until this guy kills you.
Although it's really funny when you kill someone in revenge.
Oh, every time. Every single time that you revenge on a gang squad and you kill at least one of them. If you kill two, then my God. I've not yet got the ace, but if I get the ace, then my God. I'll send it to heaven and I'll uninstall the game on the spot.
I don't mean that. I mean I had moments where the thing happened where my teammate runs up and they basically fuck me over. The enemy enters revenge, and then they were so low that I just parry one of their moves and then hit them with a heavy and they're dead.
Oh, yeah, that's really goofy. I've not been able to figure out how that mechanic works, because I guess some people have abilities that factor into the way revenge works anyways. But, like, yeah, there have been times where a guy is in revenge, and I've just watched him tank through everything. There are times I've seen, like, a peacekeeper or whatever going to revenge, and then I just, one overhead heavy chop anyways. Oh, well, execution. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, if memory serves, the reason I stopped playing it 2 years ago is because the Ramusha wasn't changed in a way that actually matters. And then also, if memory serves, they changed Shinobi's kit entirely.
Yeah, I heard about the two things that I've not been paying too much attention to the For Honor community, because they're still incredibly salty, toxic people who are just really bitter. So it's nice to know that hasn't changed. But what I saw was, I have seen, okay, Shinobi is a much better character, but a very different character from how he used to be before. And Aramusha, at least for a good while, I don't know if he still is now, but Aramusha for a good while, the label that would be put on him, and he would be the only character on the roster that would be labeled like this, was just pick Berserker.
Yeah.
No other character I have seen in the game has just been labeled, don't pick this character, pick this other character. He does the exact same thing, but better. Well, apparently Aramusha, that's real fucking bad.
Yeah.
He has a parry stance, so I guess he has that over Berserker. So credit where credit is due in there, I suppose. But Berserker otherwise does the same thing of relentless offense loops, but he's also got super armor on it. So
well, not
why
only
would you
that,
go
but
with Aramusha over a super armor?
not only that, but the parry stance used to be like, an actual parry, but that they gave it like, I want to say 20 frames of stop.
Yeah. Now it's basically like fucking Conqueror Shield or Warlord Shield.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because those are good buttons, but still, it's weird for the dude with two swords for the swords to somehow behave like a shield.
Yeah.
Black Prior is very much still there, though I believe they dealt with the goofy thing he had at launch. That Black Prior came very near to the end of our time playing For Honor, but I remember there being that goofy bug with him where he could shield parry, do the flip parry, do the old spatula flip to any move in the game that wasn't a throw.
Yeah.
And I forgot, looking over a little bit of the memes, I forgot that Black Prior could step onto a bear trap or a landmine left by another player and spatula flip it, which would cause the other player to zip from wherever they are on the map, even if they're on the other side of the map, zip all the way over to getting fucking spatula flipped by Black Prior way back there. I love that kind of bug. Because that's got to be, that's got to be so rare that when it does happen to you, I don't know what I would think. It would have to very much take me out of the experience. Like, what the fuck? Oh, boy. Oh, Lawbringer, by the way. Raider got some buffs, but holy shit, Lawbro got some buffs. He is, whew.
Was Lawbringer the big tanky one?
Yeah.
With the halberd, yes.
Yeah, that was my favorite. That was my boy.
Yeah,
I was about to ask, wasn't he your boy?
Yeah.
They gave...
Surprising you didn't go with the big Japanese dude, Shugoki.
I remember trying Shugoki and not having as much fun with him as Lawbringer because he was a lot slower.
Yeah, and he's got a relative...
I remember Lawbringer had some quicker moves that had a lot of knockback on it. So that was fun to kind of Spartan kick people into holes.
Yeah. Whereas Shugoki has a very limited but very good moveset. Like, I have 4 moves. They're all really fucking good, but I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Right. I remember Shugoki was one where you had to like be very patient with him, let the other player try to take you out, and then you capitalize when they're open and just completely murder them, which is fun, but not as exciting per se as the Lawbringer.
Oh, I just bonk people on the head until they stop moving when I command grab them. I revert to Zangief brain in situations like that.
You know, I'm trying to think of like exactly what it was that made me not like For Honor as much, and like trying to think of it. It's literally just like Aramusha continued being Aramusha, and then every other character that I've played, they just removed the parts that I liked.
Did you not like anyone that was base game? Because Aramusha and Shinobi are both DLC.
No, I don't think so.
You played Orochi for a little bit, but your Orochi was kind of just like whatever, just to get me by. I remember that.
Yeah, and then I played Aramusha because I played Shinobi because I liked the quick in and out action that Shinobi had, where you basically like you could dictate the spacing. I liked that. They removed that when they reworked Shinobi's kit completely. And then then there was also a Gladiator, or not Gladiator, the
oh god,
Centurion, whatever the fuck he was called. And
he's not as bad as he used to be. Thank Christ. That's a big one. I forgot until you mentioned that name, where it's like, okay, yeah, Centurion. Actually, come to think of it, was a big part of the reason why I dropped off of For Honor was I got sick of fighting fucking Centurions, and he is way easier to deal with now.
See, like the thing with Centurion is that his kit fucking sucks ass. The cutscene was at least a fun usage of his kit where it linked together, and then they removed the cutscene and gave him fucking nothing in return.
Yeah, he's in a position now where he actually has things he can do, and the cutscene isn't as crazy. So they made him an actual character now and not a stupid gimmick.
Yeah.
Thank Christ. Oh god, Pink, do you remember Cutscene Man?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Oh boy, alright. Atty.
Yes.
What's one game that you stepped away from for a while and then came back and you're like, why am I much better at this?
Well, I mean, most recently, Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Ha! When did you play Budokai Tenkaichi 3 originally?
Earlier in the year.
Okay, I thought you were going to say that when you were a child. I was going to say, yes, it helps to not be a child.
Yeah, no, the Dragon Ball fighting games on the PS2 were among those games where like I wanted to buy them, but also they were expensive. Well, expensive-ish, and also like not really in print by the time that I got a PS2. So you know, it's like I can buy this game for $20 plus shipping. Also, it's not in stock.
Yep. Yeah, I remember having to go through some rigmarole to get it even back in 2007 when it was a new game. It's one of those ones they did not stock in stores. You had to get that. That would have been probably one of the earliest things my family ever bought off like Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, and we don't have Amazon. We have on Amazon now. Well, okay, we don't have on Amazon. Like we don't have Jeff Bezos' Amazon. We have stinky company that works like Amazon.
That probably advertises on the top of the page. 50% of all proceeds go directly to Viktor Orban.
Nah.
At least we're transparent about it.
Now, if the business wasn't fucking ass, then it would be better. But like, we had this electronics, specifically electronics store called Extreme Digital. And Extreme Digital, they were good. They're the people that I bought my fucking HDD from and stuff like that. I can't use them anymore because they were bought out by this other company that runs the Amazon-like store. And like, Extreme Digital actually looked at their fucking hardware, as in like, if they sold you an HDD that was a terabyte big, then you got an HDD that was a terabyte big, just to see, because I do need to buy an SSD. Just to see, I went looking on the new company's site. And like they straight up have fucking rip-off eBay hard drives from China being sold.
Yeah.
Like to the point where like they advertise it as 2 terabytes, and then all of the comments are, this is actually 60 gigs, what the fuck?
Good lord.
Oh.
And like that's the thing with Amazon too. But with Amazon you have like a wide range of products. So that, you can use some discretion and try to get something that actually is as advertised. Whereas this site, being in Hungary and probably in neighboring countries, makes it so there's like, I don't know, you can choose between like the shitty ripoff or that bootleg, or like so basically, like, if I'm fine with getting cheapo, like fucking bottom of the barrel, like China doesn't want to acknowledge that they made this quality stuff, then then it's a good place to go. But anything else, not really. So and specialty shops are non-existent anymore. So that's great.
Ugh.
But like that's also the place where like I went looking for a handheld recently. I posted about this yesterday. I went looking for handhelds because I would like a handheld for the bus trip to the university. And I went, hey, I can just buy some cheap Chinese stuff. And then turns out the Chinese stuff ain't cheap anymore. Cause
Oh.
yeah, cause it's like, okay, so here's the deal. We made something that looks like a Game Boy. We made it with modern components. It runs in HD. Never mind the AV cable. It runs in HD. We promise. And also, it comes prepackaged with all of the games you want. Nintendo Entertainment System. Nintendo Entertainment System. Nintendo Entertainment System. Neo Geo. And
What do you mean you want games more advanced than Mario Brothers 3?
yeah. And you can all get all of this for the low price of $150.
Oh.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. They have this shit for $20 too. That one doesn't fucking turn on. And like when it does, because I looked at the user reviews, and it's like either doesn't turn on, or when it does, it doesn't have fucking enough RAM to run Super Mario without frame drops.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
So yeah. So long story short, I'm either probably gonna be investing in a used 3DS or like getting a PSP or something, because like at this point, fuck it. If I need to spend $150 to get this shitty Chinese one, then I can just buy an actual fucking handheld console.
Ugh.
But yeah, anyway, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Oh yeah, I didn't grow up with these games because whatever. Although, like, funnily enough, I did play all of the Budokai games recently. I didn't play all of the Tenkaichi ones because Segata Sanshiro got kneecapped, mainly.
I see. It's crazy how that keeps happening to him.
Yeah, I mean, so here's what happened. Segata Sanshiro came through my roof. He gave me all of these retro games, and he was like, all right, if you need anything else, write to me. And then I wrote to him, like, hey, I would like Tenkaichi 1 and 2 as well. And then he just I got an image from Sega of him bloodied with his kneecaps dislocated and shit, with like a hammer. And so like we have to keep that shit on the down low now. And
I see.
He can't smuggle anything too obvious out anymore. So, oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I have Tenkaichi 3, but not 1 and 2. Anyway, yeah, I played Budokai. I like those games better. I don't know why I just do the regular Budokai.
I think most people can agree that the gameplay of Budokai is better. You go Tenkaichi if you want more content. You go Budokai if you want the game to actually play better.
Yeah.
People try to play Budokai 3 competitively. No one tries to play Tenkaichi competitively.
But yeah, so that I tried playing Tenkaichi 3 after playing Budokai and going, hey, this is actually good. So I played Tenkaichi 3 and went, oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went into the story mode, and Frieza fucking kicked my ass. Like, Frieza, he did things that I'm sure are possible within the game's mechanics, but I have no fucking clue how you would achieve such results.
Little kid me definitely beat the story mode at some point or another, because I unlocked all the characters. But my memory was that it was pretty brutal for a lot of stretches, unless you just figured out exploits like, man, they really don't know what to do if I just keep throwing over and over again.
See, that's another thing. I don't know how to throw. Like, I did the tutorial. I played all of the tutorial. I have to throw at least once in the game, but every time I try...
Don't ask me why I can't remember any other controls in that game, but I can remember this. You double tap dash at point blank.
Aha. See, that's unintuitive, but
couldn't remember how to tell you to do anything fucking else in that game, but I remember that.
But yeah, so I stopped playing the game because I didn't enjoy it. So like, why even play it at that point? But I came back to it recently, like I want to say last week or so, and yeah, I beat Frieza first try, and I went, huh. And I've been doing that through the story missions at this point. I've already unlocked Broly's mission, so I'm trying to beat that, but like, Broly doesn't have moves. They made him a fucking grappler in this game with beam attacks for everyone, and it was not the best idea. He is very hard to use.
Well, Fighter Z found the best of both worlds. They just made him a grappler who was also his owner.
Yeah. I mean, the problem with Broly, from my experience, is just like he's very slow. His normal attacks are slow, and then his supers are like ball that everyone dodges and grab.
Oh boy.
And so, like, I can beat Goku, because Broly's mission is to beat Goku and Piccolo and probably someone else, I don't know.
Goku the character, not Goku our friend.
Yes, Goku the character, not
that explains a lot.
Not Goku Bob. It doesn't connect me straight to Canada, so that I can beat Goku Bob in real life.
Not a game he doesn't even play.
Yeah. He deserves it. He did fucking Virgil, like, Evo combos on me that one time. That's not even a joke, he actually did that.
No, I know, you've told me before. Yeah, fucking PTSD really stuck.
I got really fucking motivated that day. I mean, I didn't just tell you were there. You were in the call.
Was I? Oh, I was in the call, but I wasn't there, right?
Yeah, you were getting ready for exams, I think.
That would make sense, yes. That would have been the right time period.
But yeah. Anyway, since then I've had funny moments, like Cell does the Cell suicide bomb attack against who the fuck was it? I forget, but it was like a minor character. I went, hey, this won't kill me. And well, rather, I went, hey, I wonder what Cell's level 3 is. And I did Cell's level 3, and they put him down to 1 hit. And there were 2 other guys that I still had to fight.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Like, literally, I think...
Fuck it, I'm going for it. I'm using everything on this guy. Never mind the fact that I have to fight several others afterwards.
Like, I think what happened is Tenshin Han. I blew up Tenshin Han with the Cell bomb attack, and then Krillin came down and key blasted me, and I died. Which would have been a really great way to end the Cell saga. When you think about it.
In a sense, it would have. So, in the anime, when Cell attains the perfect form after eating 18, Krillin immediately throws like 30 Destructo discs at him. and Dragon Ball being Dragon Ball, Cell just ignores all of them. You played as the special version where Krillin actually did do that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, so that's happened. I think one of my problems is that I tried to do the movie missions like around the time that they unlocked, which you're not supposed to. I guess they're supposed to be like big challenge missions.
Nah.
So yeah, it also probably doesn't help that I have like 4 or 5 movie missions before Broly, and I went, nah, fuck it, I want to unlock Broly.
You got your priorities.
Yeah. There's a reason he was fucking pre-ordered DLC for Sparking Zero, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like out of all of the characters that I made in fighting games, Broly is the one that I'm least pissed off about being DLC because yes, that makes sense. Broly is literally all about being sold. He's a commodity. Like ever since I've known this character, he's been nothing but a commodity. It's just been I would buy things with character on it. So like, fair enough.
Oh shit.
So yeah, Pink.
Yes, so one of mine, right off the bat, Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance. There's a specific level in that game called, if I'm not mistaken, Cog of Destiny. And this level, chapter, map is notorious for being one of the hardest in the game. It only gets harder in the hard mode as well, so it's got quite a reputation. And I remember for a long time I struggled to clear this chapter without getting any deaths. And if I ever had somebody die on me, I would always have to restart because I wanted a deathless run. So this map plagued me for months and months and months, and then I stopped playing for a little while, played other games, then came back to Fire Emblem like 3 months later. I was like, I haven't played this in a while. I really want to finish it one day, so let me do this. Forgot which level I was stuck on, but proceeded anyway.
Uh-oh.
And then proceeded to clear the level instantly with 0 casualties, relative ease, nothing bad occurred. I was like, wow, that's one of the hardest chapters in the game. I struggled with her so long. I could not, for the life of me, get past it for so long without multiple casualties. But this time I just picked it up and played it one day and got it cleared. No problem. No issues whatsoever. It's like, wow. And I don't know what was going through my brain that day or why I had such an easy time with it. But that's how that went down. I've had kind of several instances across my gaming history like that. I remember Luigi's Mansion back in the day. There was a part that I got stuck on because I didn't understand the puzzle or what I was supposed to do, how I was supposed to proceed with the game. And so I stopped playing it one day and just didn't pick it back up for a few months. Then picked it up a few months later and immediately, for some odd reason, just knew exactly what to do, despite the fact that I was starting in the middle of a save that left off at a point where, by all accounts, and for all intents and purposes, I should have had even less of a clue of what I was supposed to do then than when I originally stopped playing it. But somehow, some way, I just instantly knew. I'm like, yeah, I gotta open this door, eat this fireball, go blow something up, and it'll be fine. And it was fine.
This is, see, for me and Addie both, it sounds fairly like, okay, this is fine. It's a little bit weird. For both of those, it sounds actually really frustrating. Both of those sound like instances where, like, for one thing, the memory thing would be like, well, why am I like this? But for the Fire Emblem thing, it'd be like, well, I'd want to be able to replicate that in the future.
Right?
Oh boy, that is so fucking weird.
Just sometimes I step away from a game, and then when I come back, it's like no problems whatsoever.
You need to use this power for good.
I don't know how.
I mean, I guess a similar one of mine would be Kingdom Hearts in the so the first time I played Kingdom Hearts, I had a really difficult time with Chernobog. You know, the second to last boss.
Yeah. You didn't know the nape of the neck trick yet.
That's the thing. I did the trick and he would counter.
What?
Yeah. He'd
Oh, that must be what's the earliest version of Kingdom Hearts you've ever played?
Final Mix.
Final Mix. Okay. I did not grow up with Final Mix.
Yeah, in Final Mix, if you try to just be behind his neck, he just puts a pillar of fire on him and it kills you instantly.
Okay, I feel like I played Final Mix and I beat Final Mix at some point. I guess I must have. Oh, also, are you playing on critical?
In the original playthrough, no.
Okay.
No, it was
So
yeah.
I'm curious then, because I've played Final Mix since, so I must have at some point played against Chernobog, but I don't remember ever having trouble with him. Whatever, proceed.
But yeah. So I had all of this trouble, and I spent all of the recorded playthrough that's still ongoing on my second channel. I spent all of it going, man, I fucking dread Chernobog. Chernobog is gonna fucking suck. Like I think the video that I fight him is literally called "And Now Fight Your Rival." So, yeah. Like I was dreading it. I go fight Chernobog. It on the critical run, mind you. Kingdom Hearts.
Oh boy.
My second playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1. I fucking first try him. No problems.
Oh.
I don't know what changed between the critical playthrough and the regular one. Like technically, I guess what changed is that I played through all the rest of Kingdom Hearts, but like that shouldn't make me better at one. The fucking game mechanics changed so much that there's no transferable skill really.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
But yeah, like I did that, and I also first tried fucking Leon, in the fight that you're not supposed to win in Traverse Town, in the same playthrough.
Yeah,
and like, and I don't know what was going on in that playthrough. I just fucking ruled, I guess. Genuinely have no clue what changed, and I swear if I fought Chernobog right now, then it would take me at least 3 tries. So I'm trying to think of more apparent things where like, you know, I stepped away for a minute because I was angry and then came back and it was fine.
Oh, now that I feel like that's different. When you step away for a while, I mean, I think we've all at some point had where we're just bouncing off a game super hard all day, and we're like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna have an angry sleep." And the next day you wake up and it's a breeze, and you're like, "What?"
For one of those, I guess one of mine would be whatchamacallit, in Neo 1, Nue. I still talk about Nue for a reason.
Yeah.
Nue isn't even the boss of the level it's in. Nue is the mid boss. And Nue is harder to beat than the actual boss. I beat the actual boss of the level first try. But
Neo's in the territory of where everything looks cool. On the other hand, it's Dark Souls, as done by the Ninja Gaiden Black developers. And I go, ooh, too spicy even for me.
Neo was my first Souls-like that I beat. So
I'm gonna
So-
start my experimentation with spicy foods on the ghost pepper.
Yeah. I mean, legitimately, the reasoning behind me getting Neo was I don't like dark medieval fantasy. I don't like Souls to begin with, but I don't like dark medieval fantasy. Sekiro hasn't been made yet. Sekiro would be another 3 years. So I went, hey, this is the close, and Bloodborne, if memory serves, I forget what it was about Bloodborne. Like, oh yeah, really the thing it came down to the reason I didn't get Bloodborne instead of Neo was that Bloodborne was not on sale at the time, and Neo was. But yeah, like I went, hey, Neo has an art style and like a setting that I am more interested in than medieval dark fantasy. So whatever, I'll give it a shot. And I played it, and I got to know it, and I spent, I wanna say, a month fighting Nue alone. and then I deleted the game for 7 months. And then I reinstalled the game. And I fought Nue for another week. And then I felt Nue, finally. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this up at all is because Nue is not just the mid-boss of level 3. Nue is also a mid-boss that comes up like 2 or 3 more times in the game. After I beat Nue, any time they would put Nue at me, they would throw Nue at me, I would beat Nue without getting hit once. So,
Oh,
yeah. Like I think the only mission that I can't beat Nue in is at this point is one of the challenge missions. So they have these things called challenge missions. Once you beat the game, it unlocks them, and it's just like, all right, you know what the meaning of the word balance is? Yeah, we don't. So anyway, here's an enclosed room. Fight 2 bosses at the same time. Fuck you. And like this is literally no joke. It's like, all right, so here's Nue and the guy that was the boss of that level. Here's the final boss of the game and the second to last boss at the same time. He's the motherfucker with a bow and a motherfucker with a flaming sword that gives you a flaming debuff. Good luck.
oh boy.
Here's fucking Yasuke, who by the way has all of the super armor, and Tadakatsu Honda. Fuck yourself. Like, I tried doing that. Like, I own the complete edition of Neo. I have all of the DLC. I played one mission in the DLC and I said no. Because I really wanted to play the DLC because you can unlock characters to play as by buying their skin, more or less.
Yeah.
In the Battle Pass. No, but no, you unlock the ability to buy skins of characters if you do their like story missions and whatever. You finish their chapter more or less.
Yeah.
And like one of the DLCs was Datema Samune. I went, hey, cool, I own all the DLC. I want to play as Datema Samune. So I tried the first mission in the DLC for Datema Samune. Now, mind you, I finished the game. I finished the game at level 58. The DLC mission, if memory serves, says level 60. Alright.
Oh.
Alright, I go up to the first enemy. Which, by the way, once again, like there's no, like, unless you wanted to do the missions that you've already done, which Neo has a lot of, just grinding the same levels over and over again to level up anyway. So I really didn't want to do it after just finishing Neo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I go, hey, I've beaten missions that were like 15 levels above mine. Just by sheer happenstance, really, but I did it. So technically it's possible. But I can beat this level that's 2 levels above mine. And there's no real way to grind out levels anymore. Aside from, just doing the like missions from the start of the game, and like I don't really want to do that. So I go into a level. I walk up to the first enemy and I hit them and I deal next to no damage. Whatever, it's souls. I beat the guy. Who cares? I go to the next room. There's 3 of those guys. They attack me at the same time. I die. And I go, never mind, I'm not doing the DLC. And that's when I left Neo to this day. Because, so, here's the thing. If memory serves, here's the other thing. If you redo missions, they don't give you as much experience. So you're incentivized to do new missions at any time that you can. And like at the point that I'm in the game, I would have to basically beat those double boss enclosed room missions to gain any experience of note. And like that's not happening. I don't have the, I put myself through the ringer. I gave Neo a chance. I am not giving it any more of my time. It is not a game. Is what I was gonna say. Anyway, yeah, like it's not a game worthy of my time, honestly. Like, people say, oh, it gets better in fucking New Game plus, but like, they can go fuck themselves. This is so can Team Ninja.
The whole play into New Game plus 7 crowd is one that I find very confusing with Souls likes.
Yeah. What do you not like the idea that a game just literally does not respect your time? I swear it gets better if you like spend half of your life on it. I swear it will get good. Then again, MMOs, which is literally just this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, I suppose MMOs at least have been trying to combat this. Not in good ways, and it is removing the game out of the game. But technically they've been trying.
Yeah.
But like MMOs are like, all right, give us $20 and you get a character that's ready to go to do whatever the latest raid is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a thing in I want to say Eastern MMOs for a while now, like a bit over 10 years, and then it's been a thing in like WoW and whatever else for like 7. So it didn't take a while to pick up on the scheme.
Oh God.
But yeah, it's like a lot of MMOs introduce cash shops just for this. It's like, all right, well, what does the cash shop have? It has remake character for $5. It has buying game currency for real money. Fucking dumbass.
Nah.
It has it has made waifu skin. Or alternatively in WoW it has like I don't know, the different colored blocky armor, I guess. Or in WoW, it also has animals that you can buy if you want to play WoW Pokemon, which is a thing that they have in the game, but no one talks about.
What?
Yeah, WoW has an implementation of Pokemon.
Amazing.
And then you can buy mounts, but when I say mounts, I mean like griffin and lion and horse, but on fire. Or at least those were the ones that I saw last time that I saw an image of the cash shop. And then finally, make an instant level 120 character or whatever the fuck the limit is nowadays. For $20 or so. Yeah?
Okay, I know so much of MMO culture is built around guilds and raids and yada yada yada. Is that not missing out on part of the fun of building the character up?
Yes. That's what I meant when I said they're removing the game out of the game.
Okay.
Like in the MMO community, there is a pushback against the level skip stuff at least, and they are losing. Like the major pushbacks in the MMO community, as far as I can tell, is level skips remove the game out of the game. MMOs are becoming more, or I guess less social. Which, I mean, you know, on one hand, I understand on the other hand, one of the reasons I don't play MMOs is the social aspect. So like, I also get the companies, you know. Like fucking Final Fantasy 14 introduced a thing where you can go on raids alone. They just spawn in AI to help you raid. And like that sounds like the coolest fucking shit to me. But I'm also not the audience for MMOs, and that is also why I don't play Final Fantasy 14. You know. But at least with the AI, you can only get so mad when they do the bad rotation. Whereas you know, people fucking kill each other in 14 for that.
Oh.
Yeah, the people are like, apparently how Final Fantasy 14 is set up is that you need like a raiding group of 15 plus people, and everyone needs to know what rotation everyone is on, and they need to do the rotation that accommodates all of the other rotations. The rotations are just combos basically. It's the list of skills that you need to do before circling back around.
Yeah.
And so yeah, basically, apparently there has been a big it's always been a problem in MMOs, but apparently Final Fantasy 14 has also had problems where people get real shitty and toxic about people not knowing the right rotations and whatever. But it really boils down to the whatchamacallit. Like I guess the easiest comparison I can make outside of games and stuff is, you know, when you look up a question on Google and it gives you a Reddit post and you press on the Reddit post and the only answer is why don't you Google it?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's basically how a lot of people have taught. I don't know if it's still a problem, but that's how a lot of people taught rotations. Just why don't you know how to do rotations? Because nobody told me what rotations to do. Fuck you. Do the good rotations.
Well, are you?
I'm not. I don't play Final Fantasy 14.
I remember I logged in once and made a shark character, and it told me I'd have to wait 20 minutes before the server opened back up. And it's like, okay. I wound up uninstalling like a week later because the game's like fucking 300 gigs, and I never came back.
Yeah. I made a character in Final Fantasy 14. I made a character. I forget what sort of character I made. I was in the town square. I went, hey, if we ever play this and I have a character, we don't have to spend 20 minutes with just me making a character. And then I quit. And then years later, you went, hey, should we play Final Fantasy 14? And I tried to log in, and it doesn't allow me to. And Square expects me to fucking remember what question I set up when I signed up and what the answer was to get a fucking recovery email. So that's what's happening.
Lord.
Yeah. Like, I do have a secondary email, so technically, I guess now I could download Final Fantasy 14, and I could make a character on that. But like, that would have to be on PC because my PS4 account is tied to the account that I can't log in.
Yep.
So.
And Lord knows how it would run well on PC because this isn't World of Warcraft where it's built to be able to run on everybody's PC.
Yeah.
Square don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Do you all have any other answers to the topic?
None that I can think of, though. I'm pretty sleepy.
Understandable. I don't think I've got any more in the back of my mind. I think I hit the big ones.
All right. Well then.
Eddie said bye.
I was gonna do a bit where I wait for a minute, or I wait for the next full minute, or whatever. Like I wait for it to roll over into the next full minute, but then I looked at the time and it would genuinely be a minute.
Nah.
So bye, I guess.